Many of us visit the southwest corner of WA to take in the stunning beaches, enjoy a drop of wine and walk through the lush old-growth forests with trees like this 500-year-old karri. Isn't it just stunning? This region is nothing if not diverse, and today we're going to try and take in all of this and one of the most amazing sights in the Southern Hemisphere. It's going to be a very big day. A lot of it is going to be off-road and, correct, I think we get someone else to do the driving. Especially when they're as knowledgeable as husband and wife team Graham and Tony. This duo have been running serious eco tours from Pemberton, 3.5 hours drive to the south of Perth, for the past 18 years. It's the whole package, where the destination is just half the adventure. Well, how much distance are we going to cover?
We've got an 80-kilometre round trip covering the forest and the coastal areas. So, and look, the country through here is just diverse.
Is it all bumpy like this?
Mainly all bumpy.
It is an adventure tour after all, but there are lots of stops to stretch your legs and rest you behind. Our first stop is Yeagarup Lake. It's a perch lake, and no, that is nothing to do with fish.
This is a lake that's supported by a spring. It's not supported or fed by a river source, so it's predominantly spring-fed.
So is it cold?
It would be freezing.
So you don't stop for a swim on the tour?
No.
I'm happy to defer to an expert. And anyway, we're headed over there. From the lake, you get your first glimpse of a sight you wouldn't think existed in this part of the state. Time to get a closer look at the largest landlocked sand dune system in the Southern Hemisphere. 1 minute we're in the trees, and the next, Graham's four-wheel drive is negotiating 30-metre high sand dunes. Graham, that was epic. That was like the sand dune just swallowed the forest.
That's exactly what it's doing. It's moving in at a rate of up to 4 metres a year, taking over the forest.
So we're actually nowhere near the coast here. So where have they come from? From the coast and moved?
Ultimately, that's where they've come from. They've moved in over a period of, say, 12,000 years from the coast.
We're nowhere near the ocean, are we?
No, we've still got another 9 kilometres until we get to the beach. So the receding side of these dunes are about 7 kilometres from the beach.
And do people get bogged out here very often?
Quite often, people get bogged.
Do you get bogged out here very often,
It's not going to be an option today, Chrissy.
Another not option on Graham's tour.
That's it.
Now, for those new to this part of the world, WA does not really do snow. Well, definitely not enough to do something like what we're about to do. This is the Western Australian equivalent of the snow angel. And when we leave, these beautiful patterns will be smoothed away by the winds of the Great Southern Ocean. I'm so glad I'm not driving for this tour. Not because the dune driving is challenging, although in parts it is, but because this view is so distracting. Along the way, Graham stops at the beach and the stunning river mouth. And by the time we get back to the forest, we're all happily exhausted. All the treats on this tour are homemade. We're having a late afternoon tea today. And if you do the morning tour, Tony, picnic lunch?
Yes.
Picnic lunch. And if this Anzac cookie is any indication, it should be mighty fine, and we should be doing the morning tour as well. It's a great tour, wonderful people, amazing sights. Just wish we had a little longer. Check out our Facebook for more pics.